we're just waiting for some food before we board. I think the worst thing about travelling with 2 children is definitely security, because they make you take all the liquids out of the bag, so it can take some time. Our little people are in their pyjamas ready for our flight, and we're just heading down to the gate now. So we always aim to get a night flight if we can, because it's just so much easier to fly on a night flight because you've got more chance of them sleeping. Keeping young children entertained on a daytime flight is hard work, so we always aim for a night flight. So we've got them in their pyjamas ready, and then hopefully after about the first hour we should be able to get them down to sleep. Fingers crossed. So yeah, just heading down to the gate now, and we will see you all when we're there. We're on holiday!
No!
Yeah, we are. We're going to the swimming pool. Did you have fun on the aeroplane? It's another beautiful day. We are just off for some lunch. It literally takes us double the length of time to go anywhere, as this one here just goes wherever he wants, exploring along the way. So Alex and Georgie are way ahead of us right now. But yeah, it's just so nice to be in such beautiful surroundings. I'm currently just out walking our little lady around the resort to get her down for her nap, and it just got me thinking about actually how different it is being on holiday with children compared to when you're younger and you've not got that responsibility. And we were just looking at some of the girls that are lying by the pool with their amazing tans, and I think that when you have children you have to kind of realise that that's not your life anymore. You have a new, completely different life, and it's not focused around laying on a sun lounger anymore and getting the best tan that you can. And yeah, I was a little bit envious of the tans, but I can fake that anyway, so it's fine. We have found the loveliest spot to set up camp, so I always think this is really important when you're travelling with little ones. It normally takes a few days to kind of adjust to what you're doing, find your routine on holiday and where the best spot is, but we found this amazing little spot. So we're just on the beach edge here, but we've got the pool which you can just hear as well, and then we've got like a little cafe bar to get drinks, snacks and ice creams as well, so it's perfect. So I don't, even when I'm in the shade with this one, I don't feel like I'm missing out because I can still see what Alex and Jensen are doing, so it's just really lovely. And it's such a nice temperature, but as you can see by my hair there's a bit of a breeze, so we're getting like a nice breeze, so it's still not too hot for these ones, and it's just so nice to be escaping the snow at home. My mum sent me some pictures of the snow at home, and it's just so nice to be here in the sun, so feeling really, really grateful. We're just down by where we've been having dinner every night. It's just this really nice harbour, and we've come here every night because it's just been so relaxed down here, and it's really child friendly. You know, there's moments during a meal time where perhaps Jensen's going to want to get down and walk around, or they're not in the best of moods, but nobody's really minded down here. It's just been really relaxed, and I think that's why we've ended up coming back here every night for dinner. So it's been quite routine-y on this trip, but I think that's actually really a good thing when you're travelling with children, because they get to know what you're going to be doing every day, very much like at home. If you've got a routine at home, they tend to know what's coming next and actually enjoy that. So yeah, we've been here every night for dinner, and so Jensen knows the drill. When he gets here, he knows where we're going to sit. He's going to sit with, you know, sit around the table, and then what he's going to have for tea and things like that. So it has just been so nice almost to stick in that routine, because it's made things a little bit easier being here. We have travelled loads with both of them, and we have found that when we try and mix things up, things can go a little bit wrong. So you got your bucket? Holidays has been a massive adjustment and a big part of adjusting to motherhood as well. So when I first had Jensen, I think that I thought I was just going to carry on as normal and to be able to do everything as, you know, go about my day like I was before. And to a certain extent I have. I've still worked, everyone's seen me work, and I'm very fortunate that I get to take my children to work with me a lot, and I can sort my work schedule around my family life. So family life is always #1 priority. The happiness of my children and my partner are #1. However, I'm very lucky that I'm able to do a job that I absolutely love and have a business that can fit around family life. However, in general, motherhood has taught me so much. It has been a massive adjustment, it's been a massive learning, and 2.5 years on, because Jensen's now 2.5, I am still learning every day, and I think this is what it will be like always, because even now people say to me, oh well, wait until you've got teenagers, it gets so much more difficult. And when we had Jensen and he was a newborn, people used to say to us, well, wait till you've got a toddler, because that's so much more difficult than having a newborn. But I think every stage of motherhood is a learning, and that's something that I'm accepting as I go along, that there's going to be days where I feel like I'm not doing things 100%, there's going to be days where I feel like I'm completely winning at motherhood, but it is just all a massive learning curve and a journey. And I think if anyone says that they've just taken to motherhood and they haven't had to learn these things and they haven't had to have any adjustments, then probably they're telling a little white lie, or a very big lie, because for me it has been an adjustment, and it's been all about working out what's right and what's wrong and working out the right routine for us. And there is no right and wrong for different, there isn't no right and wrong in general, there are just right and wrongs for you as a family, and you have to do what's right for you always. And I think that's, you know, part of the learning is that you can go onto Google, you can ask friends and family for advice, but what works for one person isn't going to necessarily work for the next person. It is another beautiful morning, and you can see the view from our balcony, which I am going to miss waking up to when we get back to cold England. And it is Mother's Day out in Dubai, so I've just been given this lovely rose at breakfast. So feeling really grateful to have 2 Mother's Days this year, and I wasn't expecting that, so what a lovely surprise, and looking forward to another lovely day. We found this really nice spot. It's just got the little baby pool there, it's all covered in, so it's just perfect, it keeps them out of the sun, and then it's got this really shallow walkway to like go the whole way around, so the Jensen and Georgie absolutely loving playing in there. Both water babies, so just completely loving being in the water every day. It just completely wears them out though, so they're wanting to go to sleep really early at night. Is your face wet? You need a towel? Here you go then. There you go. And yeah, just absolutely loving just quality family time, being away. It's just absolutely perfect. So feeling really, really grateful. I'm just on my usual afternoon stroll with our little lady, getting her down to sleep, and I just thought it'd be a perfect time for me to just take 5 minutes to sit and just have a proper chat about what I'm doing. So I get asked all the time about how do we travel so much with 2 children. We got asked loads when we just had Jensen and we were just travelling with him from so young, and now obviously we've got them both. People ask all the time, you know, how do you travel and fit into a routine, how do they adjust? Like, I get questions all the time through my social media and emailing me asking, so I just thought this would be a great time on this trip to really vlog about it. So you'll have seen a little bit about what we're doing while we're here. Just a really nice quality time, family time, just escaping the winter and escaping to the sunshine. And what I would say is that it is really different being on holiday with children, and as I said before when I was chatting the other day, you know, my holidays used to be all about coming away and getting a really good tan and how brown could I be when I went home, and it was just literally I would get up and just hit the sun lounger and be on the lounger by the beach or by the pool all day till literally the sun had gone, and I would see mums and dads all kind of dressed and ready with their children at around 5 o'clock, and I used to think, why like people are going to dinner so early when the sun's still out? And now I realise the people who are going to dinner so early are the ones that have children and need to stick to some sort of routine, because children have a time limit whether they're at home or on holiday when you have young children. So that is why, and now I am one of those people that, you know, I can't lay out in it all day. I barely get an hour to lay in it, but that's completely fine. Our holidays are still amazing. It's all about creating family memories and seeing Jensen and Georgie so relaxed in the sun and playing in the pool, and just their laughter is just absolutely priceless. And now it doesn't matter that I'm not going to go home as grown as what I used to, and it's not about that anymore at all. And we are the parents that are ready by about 5, half 5, all showered up and ready to go and head to dinner. And that is the reality of going on holiday with small children, but I wouldn't change it, because we're getting to see so many beautiful destinations from around the world. And yes, when you are away with children, you have to still maybe, well, we're washing bottles, sterilising bottles, making up milk, making sure, you know, they're sticking to their 3 meals a day, they're having their usual snacks. If they need a nap, like Georgie's napping now, we're still sticking to that. It's fairly early to bed, and we do stick to those things, but it's so worth it, because, you know, we absolutely love exploring the world and being in the sunshine and seeing these blue skies every day. It makes us so happy and relaxed as a family. We absolutely love it, and we wouldn't change it for anything. And that's what I would say, is that if you are travelling with children, just find what your flow is on the first few days and just relax into it, because there's been so many times where we have been out and about and we've thought, oh, let's go and do something completely different to what we've done all week. So we've been all happy and all in a good routine all week, and then we thought, let's go out a little bit later so we can go to this certain restaurant, and then we've not enjoyed it because Jensen and Georgie haven't been relaxed there, and it's made us feel stressed out. So on this holiday we found our routine fairly quickly. So that is, in the morning we get up and we have breakfast, and then they're going to like a kids zone, and then we have lunch, and then we head to the pool. We've had one afternoon where we wanted to do something a little bit different, and we went to the beach, and it just didn't work out because Jensen still wanted to go to the pool and was like moaning about didn't like the beach, and he wanted to be at the pool. So that's fine, like we've just stuck to that little routine, and then we've got ready fairly early, and then we've just found a really nice relaxed place for dinner. So it does mean that we're having dinner in the same place every night, but it doesn't matter because we are just having a lovely time. And that's what I would say, if you're traveling with children, find what your little routine is that's good for you, and then just stick to it, and you will have a lovelier time by sticking to that little routine that's good for you and your family, than thinking, oh well, while we're here we've got to see this and we've got to do that, and we should do the beach and do the pool, and trying to fit all the different things in. You'll just have a much better time if you just stick to going with the flow of what your children want to do. And well, that is what we found anyway. So everybody's obviously different. I'm just looking at my hair thinking I cannot get used to doing these vlogs and seeing myself like this, because obviously no makeup, well, I'm quite a no makeup person anyway, but definitely wouldn't be posting a picture of myself with all these random baby hairs flying around. I think that's something that I found really different with vlogging, is that we post all our picture perfect Instagram feed up, and where we can control things like that. But on a vlog it's very different, and it might be that my hair on my face is not looking perfect, and it's just something that I've got to get used to, because this is me and this is real life and this is my reality. It is around 5:30 and we are just heading out for dinner. It is our last evening. It is still so beautiful and sunny out, but Jensen and Georgie were quite tired around 4 p.m. in the pool, so we decided to head back to the room quite early and just head out for dinner, and then it'll be back to the hotel ready to do the packing to wrap up the trip. Really, it's been so nice. We've just had a really relaxing time. We've just really gone with the flow. We've not put any pressure on ourselves and had such a nice time. So that would probably be my top tip for travelling with your little ones away, is just to go with the flow, not to put any pressure on yourselves, and just enjoy yourself really. I think quite often you can have an agenda of all the things you want to see and do when you go away, and sometimes it just doesn't work out like that, so it is just far easier just sometimes to stay on the resort, which is what we've done this time. We've not left the resort, we've just stayed on this really nice complex, and it's been lovely. So yeah, just so nice to get away, and not looking forward to getting home to the cold. But we have got another trip coming up soon, so we're heading off to Utah on my success trip. So myself and Alex are going with the company that we're partnered with work-wise, and it's going to be a skiing trip, and I've never done any skiing before apart from a crash course recently which didn't go so well. So not sure what that's going to be like, and never really had a cold holiday before. So I'm really looking forward to experiencing that. And I really hope you've enjoyed seeing our trip to Dubai. I have filmed it as honestly as I can do, and I hope that some people get value from it. If not, it's going to be amazing for us to look back on when the children are older anyway, for them to be able to see this trip. But I hope that some people have found value to what I'm saying, and I'm looking forward to showing you more on our next trip.